Hey there, folks. It is 7:47 a.m. Wednesday, November 22nd. 7:47. Things are taking off. If I ever go on a airplane flight again before I go, it'll be a large one. Man, so hard to get through the airports. I used to run half marathons. And now my lungs and knees and everything else, I can't even walk through the airport. Whatever. It's kind of funny. I knew it was coming. Anyway, hope you all are having a good one. Whenever it is you listen to this. I want to explain something about what I'm doing here now. When I first started doing energy work, I became aware of it because when people got near me that were already awake, they'd literally their heads would be going back. They're like, whoa. I don't know what's on with you. And I said, I don't know, just strong energy. Excuse me. And I started waking a little more and more. And I never thought I was anything special because I'm not. Excuse me. Because I'm not. I have a singular function, but I'm no better than anything else. Once we understand that there's an actual equality between all of us, that helps you relax. That helps you open up. That helps you feel a little more relaxed, safe, concerned, less concerned, just able to just relax, open up, and start becoming yourself, more yourself. Shave time. Anyway, well, I'm at it. What we're doing in the back here, Dan and I are going to change some things on the shelving. Plus, we're putting up a computer screen, like a black screen, not a black screen, a green screen, blue screen, whatever. I want to do some meditations for you now that my energy's calmed down. Excuse me. Excuse me. I do something funny like that. I'm doing something on the other side. My face looks real funny. I've always done funny stuff. I used to grab stuff, put it in a sphere, and then literally take it, move the capsule it's in, the energy capsule it's in, freeze it, clean it, freeze it, and then put it on my head, going through my forehead. That was years ago. Now I just relax, take care of it, and put it in there. That's not clowning around. That's not trying to impress anybody. That's all that is doing the best I can excuse me, to perform a function, my job. A lot of people that listen to me that aren't too interested, they're more interested in ET stuff. Excuse me, and I have some ET stuff I need to put out too. They probably won't understand this before they get out of their body. You know, that's okay. It's not like someone has to. I call myself creation's janitor because in a very big way I am. I was made to take care of things. I don't think I'm not better than anyone else. I know I'm not, because it's a thought process that has no validity. It has no understanding. It can't fit into my understanding. Wisdom is a group of understandings that comes from data. We receive the data, we put it through our body, our energy system, we get understandings, and then we set it aside into a bucket called wisdom, okay? excuse me. I was made to do what I was made to serve and protect. I'm doing that, okay? I'm the oldest thing there is. No big deal. Someone has to get there first, and sometimes being the oldest isn't the coolest thing in the world. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. But that's why I have a big bucket of understanding. That's all. I want to help all of you understand more about yourselves as you awaken, as you become yourself, your real self. Not what governments and religions have told you you are, not what other people around you have told you you are, but who you really are. Your spirit, sentient energy, inside a vehicle, and you share it with another spirit. There's two of you in the car. You can think of it as having a front and back seat, or just two bucket seats. There's you and the spirit that came from the planet, that originally came from Gaia, the spirit within the body, physical body, we call a planet. They're in insects, they're in fish, they're in animals, they're in plants, people. The only thing that's been abused more in creation than them is animal essence. And animal essence, I've said before, out of every 1 million animal bodies being produced right now, born, 3 or 4 of those are actually animal essence. The rest is human, fey, and femen, soul in essence. Excuse me, I got heart issues, and sometimes it does. When your heart energy kicks in, you'll take a deep breath. You know, if you think about it, this just popped in my head. When you look at some of the older movies and someone sees someone else, they go, ah, you're supposed to be able to joke about, oh, I'm so in love with them. Did you notice their heart goes in, they breathe in and out, the energy comes in and out of the lungs real quick. Why? Because the heart's right there, right by the lungs. It's also immediately feeding the lungs with blood and energy. The fifth field of energy, which literally creates spirit, sentient energy, is an electromagnetic energetic field. Over the years, I've given you so much information that you have what you need to discover yourself. And that's what it's about. I don't matter, man. This body be dead soon. I'll be gone. I'll be doing my work. The most important thing to me is doing my job, performing the function I was initially created for, although I've modified it a little bit. And but other than that, hell, I don't want to be here. Excuse me, and I am not insinuating anyone ever harm themselves. Never. Okay? Don't go there, please. And I don't say please, okay? I want you to have a good life. And I've already done a lot to help you. Now, this video is about whatever comes out, but I want to talk about that earth and essence I'm pulling out of people in this PNR consult. Excuse me. I'm going to say this real quick and then leave and then come back. I can't spend a lot of time on these PNRs. It's 30 minutes. Excuse me, it's 30 minutes on the actual PNR for people who haven't had the DNA ICUC, the DNA intensive crank-up consultation, okay? That's all I got. On the people that have had the DNA ICUC and they just want to go ahead and experience what it's like for me to pull this spirit out, the planetary essence out of them, and see it, feel it. It's a big moment. This spirit has been with you in the car forever. That's just 15 minutes. And some of them is 15 minutes, hang up and answer the next one. Okay? I'm not making recordings of them. I don't have the time. If you want these recorded, you need to go ahead and get the recording yourself, okay, to download it. Evaer, E-V-A-E-R, is how you want to set that up. And I'm going to throw a couple screens on there at the end of this video, where you can take a look at the settings. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to do that right now. These are the settings you need to use. Okay, if you set yours up to look just like these, then you'll be able to get good recordings. I had to get help from my friends to put this together. Frank Zoo mostly. But if you go through it and check these tabs and then see these settings like the codec and everything else, MP4, just look at these. You have it on video, and that's how you set up the recording for Evaer. It's like $20 or $30. They have a free version that only lasts for 5 minutes, okay, and then it shuts off. But if you're gonna Skype anyway, it's not bad to have, and it's like between what, $20 and $30 for a whole year period. So this excuse me, so that'll help you set it up. I realize it's something extra for you to do, and a lot of us, I haven't had money until just kind of recently, and then the money's gone. Deanna takes care of stuff. Yes, I help her out. These consultations I do bring money to her. She's also paying the bills here. She blew by 30 grand so long ago that she spent in this house and everything else. I put her on the deed of the house. I know what's going to happen, and the closer I get to leaving, the more I'm aware of. And once I'm out of this body, I'm free. And then you're going to see things move quickly. It'll take within seconds. What's been bugging everybody, what's left, is going to be gone. And then as bodies die in the different planets, they come out, they'll be dealt with immediately. I don't like talking about that much, but creation has been made wrong from the beginning. And it's like I was just saying, how many years? Now let's see who knows this, right? I've said in one of my other videos, how many years in Earth time has spirit been going into bodies having lives? Let's see, wait a minute, let's put it this way. Come on, there we go. That is how many years, Earth time, try to get it straight, Earth time, that spirit has been going into bodies having lives. It's a little more than that, but that's basically it. So, oh yeah, I want to show you something else too. While we're at it, where is that guy? Back in the old days, the royalty would say, the crest of my family is the falcon, is the hawk, the eagle, the lion. Well, if one of the serfs, the poor people, the people that actually worked, If one of them were to say that their spirit guide was a hawk or something like that, they'd be put in jail. People, insanity has always been part of creation due to what the original first being male and female, when they used to exist, they're gone now, what they started, what they built, and what, I've explained many times why they did it. Now take a look at this hawk, and then look at the sparrow on top of it. Look at the hawk. That sparrow has got its mouth open. It's grabbed, it's put the claws into the back of the hawk. Now the hawk's not freaking out about it, but and the hawk, if it's loose flying around, fine. It can see a sparrow be going real fast and kill it. But that sparrow gets on top of that hawk. Look at the size of the difference in size. Look at that sparrow giving that hawk hell. Now, why the hell am I bringing that up? Be the sparrow. Be the sparrow. Understand that sparrow energy, when you have sparrow for spirit guide, that's powerful. It means exactly, directly, don't worry about your size, because you haven't even discovered who you are inside yet. That's important to me. And for some of you, that's going to be important too. When I started fighting with the original first being male and female, I looked at them and said, wow, I'm screwed. And I kept saying, sparrows come to the house all over the place. There's a tree I had right next to the house. They come, just hang out, a bunch of them come and hang out and start really, singing, whatever. I said, damn. And then I get the message through animal. Birds come to us all the time to give us message. Folks, the more you wake up, the more you're going to see this stuff. When I do this energy work on you, it cranks you up. I'm here for a reason. I'll never be back again. I'm not what you call normal. I'm about to prove that in court. Hell, I'll crank up a bunch of folks in the jury. I don't mind. Don't mind at all. So you want to know if I'm real? Check this out. So I already know some of the stuff that's going to happen in there, but we won't go there. I want that to be a surprise. Anyway. It's not that I'm just doing my job because I am. It's because everyone is so important to me. Hell, you're my reason. You're the reason I exist. Everything is the reason why I exist. Not just you, but everything. You're part of it. Big part of it. And whatever gets beat up the most needs most of my attention. And I call myself the janitor because I would prefer to be out of this body where I'm not seen, where I can do what I need to do and just stay out of the, what they call the limelight. Anyway, you had to know why I could do what I do. You had to know that the original first being male and female are gone now, and that's why you can, and they're angels too, and that's why you have freedom. As time goes on, you just keep finding it out for yourself. And the spirit on the other side that's been problematic, those of you that have cranked up, you've been seeing them less and less and less. Grandpa's a busy man. Anyway, back to the P&R consultation. It's like it's a power up and releasing the Earth and Planetary Essence that had broken off from that guy released, a little over 11 million years ago. It's releasing that from your body. It's been so abused. Insects, they live like nothing, a couple days. Okay, now like amoeba, stuff like that, there's nothing, there's no broken off piece of planetary essence in there. That's just energy from Gaia that's here. It's like part of an aura energy moving around, that's it. But insects, fish, the regular reptiles, they don't have a dual core, a dual spirit core. They don't have a kundalini with two different spirits in it. So, but they've been through hell. Their planetary essence, they want a body to be in. There's a gentleman that sent an email to, we get all kinds of crazy emails, folks, and poor Deanna has to see through it. Deanna's strong, and when need come, when she feels it's necessary, she's extremely aggressive. 40% of her energy came from me directly, long time ago. The lilies and the Araes, we're the oldest. What I am inside is the original Arae. But the lilies, the older lilies, they've had over 8 trillion lives, and I've had a little over 10.846 trillion. We've been around a long time. We're very strong, and when we put our energies together to create this new bunch, source animals, source angel, and then the other parts of source between us, they're strong. When you have if you have a bucket of water, and then you get an empty coffee cup and you take out a cup of water, set it aside. Energy and water, very similar. Not the same, but very similar. Have a lot of similar traits. The water in that cup is the same water that was in that bucket. That bucket was never pregnant, but it released part of itself to be individual. The one difference is, when you're the bucket of water, you have a focal point in there. And when the energy comes out, when the energy is released, it's got spirit in it, but only a little bit. It's got trace memories of things. Now it's strong, but it's not the focal point. So it's that way. It does have a functioning memory bank, but at the same time, and it is spirit with its own energy. It just starts to relax, come together, builds its own focal point, and comes out. But it's got that same power, that same power from the first, from what it came from. So the power level is there, but it's now a new, unique individual that needs to develop its own knowledge and understanding, gather knowledge to create its own understanding, creating a collection of understandings, becoming its wisdom as it grows up, and that only happens through time and lives. Time in and out of body, but having lives enhances it greatly. Just have to be careful, it's not too many. And excuse me. Well, back to the planetary essence that Gaia released. It's been abused, so it's coming out of body. Now, like I was starting to say, there's a gentleman that sent in an email. And he was really upset, screaming, cussing, y'all are going to get your due and stuff like that. Deanna, when she sees stuff, she just, blinks it out and spams the person. But she sent me this because she was supposed to. She knows it. And this individual, remember now, 60% of your dual spirit core or your kundalini that's in your body, 60% of that is you. But that other 40%, it's a smaller percentage, that's planetary essence. That's incredibly powerful spirit energy. If you're source, the very, very few of you that actually are, you're a lot stronger than that planetary essence. That's a little piece of what you are. But for most everything else, that's stronger than you. And this gentleman had that situation. And the planetary essence part of him, which pretty much runs his body anyway, he's weaker, and that doesn't mean anything's any better than it. If something's stronger than you, it is not better than you. Period. Equality straight across the board. If you don't have that, you have nothing. So anyway, that part of the spirit inside him freaked out. You're taking away my planet. Planetary essence, they need planets, not bodies. These are fragile, soft, they break, they die. They're supposed to be in a material, in solid mass, that's going to be around for trillions of years. Excuse me. Well, they're in a process of all being pulled out, not through consults. This is something I'm offering for people, so it's a chance to crank them up and for them to experience something. But they're all coming out too. Animal essence has been freed. Planetary essence is going to be freed here on the planet. 8 weeks from now, I'll be pulling everything out of body on the planet. 8 months from now, all the planetary essence in anybody will be gone. I expect to be gone by then. After I'm out of this body, then I can't do it while I'm in body. I can't manage to do that through this physical body. Remember, none of us are, we are who we are, but we're not our true selves until we're out of these bodies. So, I understand I have limitations. I have great limitations. But I do everything I can. I don't know how else to be. I succeed, I fail, but I continually move forward. You can't stop me. Nothing can. You can kill the body. Go ahead. Thank you. I'm out of here. I'm free. That'll be kept from happening. Unless I intentionally drive off a cliff or into a bridge, and even then when I go to do it, something will be fighting me, trying to get me not to. I have a job to finish. I'm not worried about dying. In some ways that makes me, I guess, a little bit dangerous if people don't know me. They say that the most dangerous thing is something that's not afraid to die. Actually, the most dangerous thing is something that's wanting to, to get out of its body. I don't really think of things like that. I just think about keep going forward with what I'm here to do. So, we have our friends coming in from space and everything else. Folks, there's so much more for you to be aware of. You can talk with them. Telepathy, I mean, that's the heart's talk. Telepathy through the pineal scanner. Anyway, getting back to this other gentleman. So, the reason why he got upset is because the planetary essence, the piece of planetary essence that was inside him, was freaking out. You're taking my body. I guess normally somebody might be upset at him for getting all pissed off, cussing, screaming, whatever. Someone might say, well, he's just stupid and doesn't understand. I'm not any of those things. I understand what happened. When I read that, I said, damn, this dude's got some issues. Boy, he's really, kind of freaking out on this. And I relaxed and I looked and I saw it and I felt sad. I'm not demeaning him in any way. I understand why he feels the way he does. I understand that part of him is trying to hold on to that physical body. It just makes me sad. I want to do everything I can for everyone. That's what I was made for. And that's what I'm doing to the best of my ability. It's a monetary world that we live in, it's structure. Structure for our civilization, current civilization that we have, it's changing. Excuse me. And that's what, that's what I do. Folks, I'm laid back and easy. I'm a very loving man. But anybody that knows me will tell you when it's time for me to kick ass, get the hell out of the way. And the only way I can kick ass is on the other side. This body is all but deceased. But it doesn't matter. That's not what I'm here for. It's also important that you see that something is strong, powerful, and caring, but it's in a damn beat up, tired old body. You don't have to be physically strong to be powerful as your true self spirit. You don't have to be thin, heavy, excellent health, incredibly intelligent, none of those things. You're a complete package, you just don't understand it yet. I understand people trying to understand me a little bit so they can have a little better understanding of what I'm saying, what I talk about. I just want all of you to focus on yourself. I don't mind if you look at me, but it's important that you just relax. Look in the mirror. Look inside your eyes. That's the real you inside your eyes. You can look at your face, fine. That's, whatever. Look in your eyes and see yourself. Feel your strength, feel your power. That's you. That's real you, man. Creation was made wrong. I was physically put together in the very beginning to serve and protect, and I'm gonna. Creation's changing. Don't look at this body and think that. Look at my eyes. What do you see in my eyes? They're not blinking out, are they? There you go. There's a blink. I have a lot of energy inside, in and out of my head all the time. And when it starts building up, then especially different parts of myself coming in to talk and everything, I blink. Like if you look a lot of my videos, my right side, which is the polite side of the brain to come into, the one that holds your personal spirit, not the side that's kind of saved for the planetary essence, the piece of planetary essence in your body. That's most of the conscious mind, left side of the brain. You'll see it, flickering a lot. That's because I got so much stuff going on. It's got stuff coming to me. I'm not going to tell you who I really am. I have told you who I really am, but I haven't. You have no idea what the hell I really am. And that's not important. I want to be known as the janitor that cares about the building and everyone in it. That's what I want to be known as. There's a reason why I can do what others can't. It's because I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to do everything I can for everybody, and man, I'm trying. I miss having that healthy heart. I miss being myself. Anyway, the important thing is for you all to understand who you are, and that this planetary essence inside you, folks, this needs to be released. It needs to be served. It needs to be protected. It needs to come out, and it's gonna. And nothing can stop it. So, no, bringing that up, something I want everyone to know, especially this person that got so upset, because I know you're listening, and that's good. Planetary essence, very soon, will never be going into bodies again. That's torture. That's torture for beautiful spirit. That was done on purpose by the original first being male and female. So it'd be going through hell. You'd be going through hell, having someone else there in that car where the two of you are trying to drive it, and then someone else is actually driving the car anyway. But still, the two of you are fighting which way to go with it. All that chaos, that frustration, that pressure that you have inside that physical body, and then the body dies, the both of you come out, and poof, you're both bigger. But a lot bigger instead of just a little bigger. That's why it was done. So to make you bigger and increase in mass, it's like taking steroids to make your muscles bigger. That fracks you up, okay? Sorry, you don't like what I say, that's fine. It's the fracking truth. I used to work out like a SOB, man. And I never took steroids. And I was ripped. When I was in the military, I used to do 600 sit-ups without stopping when I get bored. couple hundred push-ups. There's guys do a lot more than that. I don't care. I'm just saying, I was strong. I used to curl more than my own weight. Now I can't even get my weight up off the seat, just about. It's called age, but it's also called what I have to go through right now. But the point I'm trying to make, how can I sum that up? The point I'm trying to make, folks, so many people wonder what the hell I am. Is this real or whatever? Yeah, it is. But you know what? After you look at that, try to let it go and go to what I'm trying to do. Go listen to what I say as far as you relaxing, calming down, and then go to look at stuff. Open up, relax. See, you can see through the pineal, through the scanner. There's videos out for that. I'll probably have to redo some of them and start connecting them together so you have that. So, some people say that I have a disorganized mind. Well, what it comes out is a little disorganized. My mind isn't really necessarily that way, but there's, excuse me, the problem is I'm overloaded. And I can't deal with it all, so it all gets mixed up. So in that way, yes, very unorganized in my speech. Anytime we talk about anything, there's so much information there for you to help you understand. That's all I'm trying to do. But anyway, what I was trying to say with this other gentleman is that try to understand I'm here to serve and protect, okay, period, and do things, and I am. I'll be gone soon, and there's others going to do this, and they're the ones who can really explain things well to you, okay? But this planetary essence that's inside you, there's a place it's all going right now. It's very relaxed and healing. They're being cleaned. Well, that's what happens when it comes out of you, okay? It's cleaned, relaxed, and just, it's like put in stasis. And then there's a separate little place, a little dimension where everything's going. And the energy inside there is there's love, there's compassion, there's passion, and very deep healing. So as it's in stasis, that's what it's going through. They need to be taken care of, and then they're going to have new bodies. They're not having lives, so to speak. They're not going to be involved in human lives or stuff like that. There's, there's large asteroids that'll become planets. When planetary essence goes inside physical mass, it becomes a planet, and it's taken care of to make sure it does become one. Water or whatever, that's what's going to happen. There's 1,672 new universes. Heavy particulate matter's been brought there. They're going there. They will have a planet that's proportionate to their own personal energy level, but first they have to relax and heal. So after all this abuse, since the beginning of creation, I showed you it's over 2 quadrillion lives. It's almost 3 quadrillion lives or something like that. Whatever that number is I just showed you. They're finally going to have their own home, their own body, and be in it for trillions of years. Folks, that's what they were made for. That's what matches their frequencies. That's the bodies they need, not these little things that die in 100 years. In the first and second ages here on this planet, the actual ages are in book number 2. Oh, yep, can't see it. This is book 1. It looks just like this, but it's purple. This is creation, this beginning, your origin. If you want to know how everything started, how life started, if you don't want to know where you came from, if you can't start there, I gotta wonder, what's up? How can you move forward becoming yourself until you know where you came from? I don't know. Anybody got an answer for that? To understand, you always need to start at the beginning. In book number 2, I'm touching it up, rewriting it. and putting it out. This came out in early 2015. The first copy came out in early 2015. Later, mid 2015, the other book finally came out. That was a hard, fast read. It's going to have more pages. And then there's a third book coming out about creation, what's going to happen in the future. I've already started writing that, but I want to finish the second one first. And the second book, it's like more purple than this. Anyway, they're going to have bodies, the kind they're supposed to have, that are relative to their frequencies, to help them be calm, to help them relax, to help them to grow naturally. I talk to everyone about things that they're not aware of because you've never been allowed to be able to see it or understand it. I'm strong enough to have come here, done what I did, and leave you the information. Just did, supposed to. It's my job, and I'm late doing it, so there's no yay jay there. I have a hard time accepting thank you. I mean, yeah, for someone to say thank you, it's almost like rubs me wrong. I don't know what to do with it, and it's not like I'm too good to accept it. It's just I'm not here for that. So it's a little it's not a normal thing for me to deal with. I just want to do my job and go. But I am what I am. Nothing's going to bother me either way. In the very beginning, there was a few people say, he can't do this. He's so full of crap and everything. They put out videos about it. Next thing you know, they were putting out videos saying, okay, so maybe he can. But, it's still, he sucks. Hey, love them all, man, whatever. But that's what's going on with the PNR. This power up, folks, that's a crank up. And it's a hell of a lot stronger than my earlier crank ups. My energy has changed 4 times now. 3 times just mutated like hell. This 4th time, it's just stronger, more of me coming together. When I talk to you, you're getting changed. So it's not a DNA ICUC, but your DNA does change. It has to. When I put that extra energy in you, your wiring needs to get stronger, thicker. It's like I've said that the wire that used to, most everything is Bluetooth now, but we used to have small wires going from a stereo unit to a speaker. Well, you look at the size of that wire, you compare it to the one going in your house. Well, the one going in the house is how many times bigger? Why? Because it's moving how much more energy into it. Your DNA has to change like that, but 55, 57, 58% of the change in your DNA from a regular crank up is to make it bigger. The rest of it is also making change, but it's not the same as the DNA ICUC, and that's being proven. So it's supposed to be set up to come out as soon as this body can drop. So that way, I've proven it exists, that it's real, and other people are ready to do it now. So Deanna and Siobhan, and when he's, soon Raj, they're going to be doing it right away. So it's not going to be about one person. It's not going to be about a few people. This is about everyone. This is about a family called creation. No one has to live in the same house. But we are bonded because we came from the original first being that became sick because it was the original first. It was lonely, and then other issues. Too much heavy particulate matter was sucked into the actual bonding of the 5 different energies that were involved in it becoming itself. It just happened. So now that can be changed. less than a year. That'll never be allowed to happen again. So, and nothing can come out of the first dimension, for those of you that are wondering. There's a barrier around the first dimension that nobody can break. You can't get in, you can't get out. Anyway, I need to stop this. This is another long video, but if you want to feel like this was my own personal self-glorification, help yourself. Help yourself to it. It's not. I'm trying to help you understand what the hell I am, other than a tired, dying human water balloon of a person. If you want to see who someone is, look in their eyes. Okay? And when you see the eyes jerking and moving around everywhere, why is that happening? Well, a medical doctor or a psychiatrist, another form of medical doctor, is going to tell you, hey, you know, it's a nervous reaction, it's this, it stems from this or that thought process. It's electromagnetic energy that goes through the nerves, right? EEG, quantitative electroencephalogram, the test I've used to prove that I can go in people's brains all over the world from this chair right here. I can go a lot further, I have. But anyway, that's the fifth field of energy that was used, that is necessary to create sentient energy, which we call spirit. That's who we really are. So the more of that you have inside your body, what happens? The more energy you have going through your central nervous system, autonomic nervous system, and your body, and it overloads and twitches. Someone looked at me once, a woman. She was pissed. She was Christian. And she had an attitude. She said, you have an answer for everything. And I looked at her and I said, yeah, I guess I do. I said, I understand things. That's the advantage of being the old fart. The guy that's been around forever. So, I don't have a low opinion of myself. I'm very realistic. But I'm no better than nothing else. And I have a job. And that means everything to me. And I do it through love, compassion, and honor. Yeah, that's all. If I could have done this without saying anything about myself, I would have. I wasn't given that benefit. Anyway, folks, look, let me leave you alone for a while, but that's what this is about, the P&R consultation. It's about releasing what's been a prisoner in a horrific experience. Being in a part-time body that it knew it would never hold on to long at all. That's torture for them. And whether you like it or not, it's coming out. I hope you understand. I hope you have the compassion to understand what's really happening here. So, but a lot of the spirit itself, the planetary essence, it does not want to let loose. When I separate the two of you and I go into it, it understands, but it has to be calm first. First you clean it, calm it down, and you do that best by giving it love. It's good to be strong in the physical world, but if you use aggression as your primary outlet to get something done, you're going to find yourself lacking in many ways. A true man is not afraid to say that it has feelings of love if it does for someone else. If not, they're not complete. If you don't think that I'm a man, get in my face. Beat up body, can't stand but for a couple seconds. I'm there though. It's what's inside. Look behind the eyes. Look in the mirror. Look into your eyes. That's you. Do not have fear. Do it. Go in the mirror. Look at yourself right in the eyes. Say, hey, how you doing? That's important. It's important to me that I do everything I can to help you become yourself. If you really want to move forward with stuff, you need to become yourself. That's just data. I'm not telling you what you have to do. I'm just telling you. So, folks, look, love you. Hope you have a kick butt day. And we'll see you soon.